management, the true value of life. Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. Theophrastus.
In the pathway to self-mastery, I showed you how to control your inner voice, how to change a negative belief into a positive one, how to control your emotions and state of mind, how to have a healthy attitude, how to change a negative behavior into an empowering one. Then, in the 10 keys of success, I give you formulas that will allow you to implement behaviors that will lead you to success. Then I showed you how you can set and achieve your goals based on your true values. Now I have a question for you. Have you ever said to yourself or heard someone saying, one day when I have more time, I'll take time off, spend more time with my family, finish my education or exercise? At one of my seminars, a woman told me, with all this advanced technology, I still find that 24 hours a day is not enough to do everything I need to do. Another woman said, I wish I could spend more time with my children, but I don't have enough time. A man said, I'm a manager of a large company. I work very hard. Last year I had a heart attack, and thank God I survived. I joined the health club, but I don't have time to go. Have you heard enough? Now let's hear the expert's opinion. According to time management expert Alan Alkin, author of How to Get Control of Your Time and of Your Life, there is no such thing as lack of time. We all have plenty of time to do everything we really need to do. Time management expert Michael Fortino conducted a 20-year study on how an average person spends his time over an average lifetime. He found that 7 years are spent in the bathroom, 6 years eating, 5 years waiting in line, 3 years in meetings, 1 year searching for things, 8 months opening junk mail, 6 months waiting at red lights, 120 hours brushing your teeth, but only 4 minutes per day conversing with your spouse, and 30 seconds per day talking with your children. Using Fortino's statistics, I figured out that if the average person is lucky and lives to be 80 years old, he will have spent only 240 hours talking to his children. That's not much compared to the time we spend in the bathroom. It is not time we are missing. Every human being is giving 1,440 minutes each day. Successful people know the value of it and spend it very wisely. Unsuccessful people waste it, but then complain that they don't have time. You know, my father used to tell me, son, time is money, it is life itself. If you waste time, you waste your life. My teacher used to tell me, time is gold. And my mentor used to tell me, time is the only thing we have as long as we are alive. And Benjamin Franklin said, lost time is never to return. Well, if time is that important, and if it is the only thing we have, then why do people keep wasting it? And how can we manage our time and live a balanced life? Let's begin by, why do people waste time? 1. Values and beliefs. William James, the father of modern psychology, said, belief helps create the facts. You got your beliefs from 2 main sources. First, from your parents. What they told you about time and how they use their time. If your parents were good time managers, you will most likely be the same. If your parents were stuck within the vicious circle, wasted time complaining about life and watching television, your values and beliefs about time will be influenced by their behavior. Second, your beliefs were formed by external influences. Family members, friends, neighbors, school teachers, and the media play a big role in establishing your beliefs and your values. We grow up with those beliefs and get creative with them. We believe that it is either important or not important to manage time, and this belief is passed on to others and to our children. As Henry Ford said, if you believe you can, or you believe you cannot, you are right. And Julius Caesar said, men are willing to believe what they wish to believe. Unless you change your negative belief about time, you will keep on doing the same things and getting the same results. 2. Negative self-image. Once again, from the day you came into this world, you were programmed positively or negatively by your parents and everyone and everything you came in contact with. That program affects your self-image and how you think of yourself. Your self-image influences the way you feel about time and time management. As Buddha said, all that you are is a result of all that you have thought. Now you know why people waste time. Let me give you 5 great benefits of time management. 1. You will have more control over your working day. By learning how to deal with all kinds of interruptions, you will be in control of your time and spend it to achieve your goals. 2. You will be able to control stress easily. Time management and organizational strategies will help you function in your best possible state of mind. You will be able to find anything you need quickly, and you will be in total control of your time, ready to handle stressful situations easily and productively. 3. You will increase your ability to achieve goals and get things done. Once you begin managing your time and eliminating time wasters, you will have more time at your disposal than ever before. You can use that extra time to further your education, learn new skills, listen to tapes, or read books. 4. You will have more energy. By accomplishing more, you will be more motivated and have more energy than ever before. As an added benefit, you will have more time to spend on your health and increase your energy level. 5. You will have more time to spend with your family and friends. By managing your time effectively, you will have extra time to spend with your family and your children and to socialize and see friends. Now, let me tell you about the most damaging time thieves. The first time thief is procrastination. Mark Twain told a story about a fisherman who knocked at his door and asked him to buy fish. Mark Twain said, "No, I don't want fish." The second day, the fisherman returned, knocked at the door, and asked him to buy fish again. Mark Twain said, "No, thank you, I don't want fish." The third day, the fisherman returned, knocked on the door, and asked him to buy fish. Mark Twain said, "Okay, I'll buy." He cooked the fish and was hoping to have a delicious meal, but to his surprise, the fish was not fresh. He called for the fisherman and said, "That fish you sold me was rotten." The fisherman said, "Don't blame me. I asked you to buy the fish 3 days ago. You procrastinated, so it is your fault if the fish is old." Procrastination means that you put off until tomorrow what you should do today. Then tomorrow, you put it off for the next day, and so on. Edward Young said, "Procrastination is the thief of time." Here are some of the reasons that may cause you to procrastinate and lose time. 1. Intimidation. If the task at hand is overwhelming or needs too much effort and time, many people try to avoid it. Example, if you feel that exercising at the club requires hard work and takes too much time, you will tend to avoid it in the future. 2. Lack of motivation. If you are not really motivated to do something and feel that doing it will get you nowhere, or if you dislike the task at hand, you will tend to avoid it. 3. Fear. Fear is another reason for procrastination. People may fear failure, rejection, or the unknown. For example, if you want to open your own business and have all the plans, but you are afraid to fail, you will tend to put off the decision to actually do it. After procrastination, the second time thief is confusing priorities. Scientists put 5 rats in a maze and placed pieces of cheese at its end. The rats began running, found the cheese, and ate it. Then, the scientists began to frequently change the location of the cheese. They found that some rats stopped looking for the cheese. Furthermore, a number of rats became very frustrated and began attacking the others. Human beings sometimes react exactly the same way to confusion. If you have too many things to do at the same time, and you feel confused about which to do first, you may become frustrated and end up procrastinating. The third time thief is you. You may actually begin to do something, but then stop to call a friend. That will delay what you have to do and cause you to lose time. The fourth time thief is the inability to say no. Socializing is fine, but if you are doing something important and a friend calls you and asks you to join him for dinner, and you accept because you couldn't say no, you will lose time and your project will be delayed. The fifth time thief is interruptions. Perhaps you are working on something important. You are interrupted by a telephone call, or a friend drops by without calling first. This causes you to waste time. The sixth time thief is duplicate effort. Perhaps while you start doing something, you decide to leave it and do something else. A while later, you go back to complete the first task. This causes you to spend twice the time and effort to finish your work. The seventh time thief is unreasonable planning. Sometimes we are reluctant to admit how long a task will take and schedule only a day to complete a job that we know will take in reality a whole week. Unreasonable planning creates missed deadlines and wasted time as you struggle to reorganize your work. The eighth time thief is socializing. If not well organized, socializing can cause you to lose time. Once again, the list can go on, but I believe these are the main reasons that cause most people to lose time. Now, here's how you can control the time thieves. First, procrastination. If you have something on your to-do list and put it off more than 3 days, you are procrastinating. Stop. Take out your list and ask yourself, what will happen if I don't do this? And how important is it? Then follow the 3 Ds. If your answer is important, do it. If your answer is important but someone else can do it, delegate it. If your answer is nothing will happen, destroy it. 2. Confusing priorities. Make a list of everything you need to do today. Then put your list in order of priority, starting with the things you must do immediately, followed by the things you should do soon, and finally, by the things you want to do. On your list, plan time for interruptions and time to meet your customers or colleagues. Then start with the first priority. Then stick with it until you have completely finished the task. Then move on to the next task on your priority list, and so on. 3. Interruptions caused by yourself. Concentrate on what you are doing, and if you find that you are getting distracted or tired, focus on the results and how you will benefit from accomplishing the task. 4. Learn to say no. Don't feel bad when you say no. It is better to say no now than to lose time and crowd your agenda with unnecessary tasks that increase your stress level. So before saying yes, ask yourself, what would happen if I say no? If your answer is nothing, then put a smile on your face and say no. 5. Telephone interruptions. Tell the person on the other line that you are just on your way out, or that you have a long distance telephone call. Ask, when can I call you back? 6. Duplicate efforts. Starting today, get into the habit of doing everything only once. If you have paperwork in your hands, do it now. Delegate it or destroy it. Don't fight it, because if you do not have time to do it now, you will not likely have time to do it later either. Take care of it at once. 7. Unreasonable planning. Be realistic with your plans and ask yourself, can I honestly accomplish everything within this time frame? If your answer is no, then make up a more realistic plan. 8. Socializing. Once again, ask yourself, what would happen if I didn't attend this reception or dinner? If the answer is nothing, simply decline the invitation. If it is important, send someone else to represent you, or go yourself and leave as soon as you can. Now I have a question for you. What would happen if you knew that you had only 6 months to live? How would you spend your time? Who would you spend your time with? Where would you go? Have you ever thought about that? From my experience, I have found that the more a person cares about time, the more successful he becomes, and the more he values his time. Think about it. Successful people count their time in seconds and minutes. Unsuccessful people count their time in hours and days. Successful people take action now. They move fast. Unsuccessful people procrastinate and move only when they have to. A friend was telling me about a book he wanted to write. When will you start? I asked. He replied, 2 years from now. I asked if he thought it would be a great book and if it could be helpful for other people. Definitely, he said. Why do you want to wait 2 years before writing it? I asked. Because I don't have time now, he said. This man has a great idea, but his idea is trapped in what I call the time prison. So how about you? Are you putting your ideas on hold because you don't have time now? Here is your formula to develop empowering time management habits. 1. Decide today to be an outstanding time manager. 2. Promise yourself, then promise everyone else around you that you will be an outstanding time manager. 3. Believe that you can become an outstanding time manager. See yourself as an outstanding time manager. 4. Make a list of everything you want to do for the day and number the tasks in order of priority. 5. Go to bed early and wake up at least 15 minutes earlier. Your subconscious mind is more alert and creative early in the morning. 6. Before you start a task, get ready. Prepare everything you need, including your calculator, ruler, computer, file, and a pencil. This way, you will not be interrupting your concentration to look for anything once you have started your task. 7. Break down a large project into small categories, then tackle one section at a time until you finish your project. 8. Use the power of 10. If you are faced with a difficult task and find that you are avoiding it, take a walk. When you come back, work for the next 10 minutes or anything concerning that project. By starting the project, you will want to finish it. Then focus on the results and how you will feel when you finish it. 9. Use the power of self-programming. Every day, reinforce in your subconscious mind the idea that you are an outstanding time manager. By repeating your positive message often enough, your subconscious mind will help you. Make self-programming a part of your daily life. Here are examples of affirmations you can use each day. I'm an outstanding time manager. I'm an outstanding organizer. I can use my time well. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. 11. Use the power of 21. Practice these habits for 21 days and they will be yours forever. You can accelerate the process and become an outstanding time manager by using the following techniques. First, modeling. Find someone that you feel is an outstanding time manager, then model yourself after that person. Second, putting on the time management hat. Imagine that you are the trainer and that you are going to teach your team a time management course 1 month from now. You will learn more quickly and become what you teach. Third, the as-if strategy. William James said, if you want quality, act as if you already have it. When you act as if you are a time management expert, you are reinforcing these values in your subconscious mind, and you will become what you want to become. I developed this session to help you learn everything you need to know about time management and how to implement it in your daily life. Once you start practicing these skills, your self-image and your self-esteem will improve dramatically. Your values will change for the better, and you will believe that time is the only thing we have as long as we are alive. If we don't use it, we will lose it. Become the master of your time, the captain of your ship, and you will join the top 3% of highly successful achievers. Increase your productivity and improve the quality of your life. As the German philosopher Goethe said, knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Remember, live each day as if it were your last. Live with love and appreciate life.
Once upon a time, there was a young man who dreamed of becoming someone important, and maybe even becoming general manager of a large hotel. His parents tried to discourage him, and his father tried to make him stop talking nonsense. In the family, he was considered eccentric, or as some people say, a black sheep. At school, he was severely punished when he said he was going to run a grand hotel. His friends laughed at him. Everyone said, "Be realistic." He began to give up and stopped talking about his dream. But when he did grow up, he decided to study the hotel business anyway. He graduated, got married, and immigrated from Egypt to Canada. He was full of hope, but again faced many obstacles. People told him he'd never make it. His inner voice told him to stop and to begin doing something else. Deep in his heart, he thought, "I'm young, I have no money. Don't speak the language here, I have no connections. My diploma's not recognized. I'm a foreigner." He told himself, "Who'd hire someone like me? Why would anyone leave all those qualified people that speak more eloquently and have better education and hire me instead?" He heard himself saying, "I won't make it. I'm not that good." He suffered. He was confused and didn't know what to do. If he went back to his country, people would laugh at him. If he stayed here, he'd have very little chance of success. But even though his dream had been to become a general manager, he accepted to start as a dishwasher. Very courageous. One day while he was working as a dishwasher, he bought the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That was his moment of awakening. His inner voice became, I can do it. If anyone can, I can. If Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times, but he kept on doing what he deeply believed he could do, and if Walt Disney went totally bankrupt 7 times, but he kept on going until he realized his dream, then so can I. He became extremely motivated. His new self-talk created a new set of beliefs. So instead of, I'm broke, he thought, so was Honda and Henry Ford. All great people were broke until they became successful. His belief that his education was not recognized became, I'll study more and more. He did continue studying and received a diploma in hotel management from Canada. His belief, I'm a foreigner here, became, it's not my race, color, or sex that will make it impossible for me to achieve my goals as long as I believe in myself. His attitude changed from frowning to smiling, from seeing rain to seeing sunshine. His feelings changed from negative to positive. Even his health improved. He went from having an ulcer to being healthy and vibrant with energy. His behavior changed from getting angry at everyone just like his father had to showing more understanding and love. He worked and studied very hard. Then, in 1980, he lost his job. He was in the street without any money while his wife was in the hospital delivering their twin daughters by cesarean section. After the delivery, his wife was very ill and had to stay in the hospital for 2 weeks. So he nursed the children all on his own. He had no money, hardly even enough to buy them milk. He found a job as a busboy in a small restaurant and worked really hard to feed his family. After his wife was released from the hospital, she was unable to leave her bed and needed a long recovery. But God blessed them, and the government sent them a home care specialist to help them raise the twins and take care of his wife. He worked in the restaurant from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., bought food and milk for the family, went to Concordia University, where he studied for a diploma in management, and in the evening worked at another restaurant as night manager. He did all that for a year. But he climbed from one job to another, and in 1986 he became general manager. He built up a strong team, trained them, cared for them, and the hotel became very successful. He wanted to improve himself. He took a better job at another hotel. He took correspondence courses and won an international award from the United States as the best home study student. He felt that he was finally living his dreams. Then something happened. The owners of the hotel decided to close it. When he lost his job, they even took the car from him. He had to go home by taxi. He lost his job, his money, and the people he thought were his friends. They turned their backs on him as if he had contracted a contagious disease. He'd lost everything. He had every reason to feel bad about his luck and about himself. He was tired of running, tired of people, and tired of himself. Then he remembered what his father used to tell him. Son, when one door closes, our loving God will open a new one. So he asked himself, what can I do to change this situation? How can I become more successful? He immediately started to write his first book. The manuscript was rejected by many publishers, so he decided to publish it himself. It sold more than 5,000 copies in less than 3 months. He started teaching and writing, and now he's much more successful. He has several best-selling books and better friends.
Have you guessed who that person was yet? Yes, that was me. Now I'm living my dream, sharing it with my wife and twins, and teaching this principle to people who want to better themselves and live their dreams. Now I have a question for you. Have you ever heard someone say that successful people succeed because they are lucky? You know, in a way it is true that successful people are lucky because they create their luck. They work harder and smarter. They become the best in everything they do. They are persistent, patient, and disciplined. They took more risks than anybody else. They make more mistakes and learn from their mistakes. That's why they are luckier. So make a decision to live your life to the fullest, to use your time wisely, to have better relationships and a better way of life, to set your goals and go after them with all you have got until you realize them. A decision to face any challenge with courage. Confucius said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." Remember, winter is the beginning of the summer. Dark is the beginning of daylight. Pressure is the beginning of relaxation. Frustration is the beginning of happiness. And failure is the beginning of success. I'm not going to say good luck. Go out there and make your luck. Make it good luck. Think positively. Act positively. Expect the best from yourself and out of life. I wish you all the success your heart desires. You will accomplish your dreams and dream even bigger dreams. Always remember, live each day as if it were your last. Live with love and appreciate life.
मम उपजाई, सबसे अधिक मनुज मोहे भाई।